People, and welcome to my channel. I am here live, and I appreciate you being here with me. So yeah, I just thought I would jump on live. I just finished doing a rebound workout, and I was going to get into a different kind of workout. I've already done my walk today with the dog, and I've already done my push-ups. Anyone want to guess how many push-ups I've done? Oh my gosh. Today, not, without a break, but I'm up to 100. Ah. Anyways, my hair's a mess and everything's a mess. And I stopped because I was hungry and I was in the middle of making my breakfast salad. Yes, I am having this beautiful breakfast salad. And I thought that I would come on here and share some thoughts. Hey, Jill. Jill is here. Hi. So good to see you. Todd is running back and forth between doing a few things for work. So when he pops back over here again, I'll make sure to let him know you said hello. And so, yeah, check out my breakfast salad. I just started making this, and I can tell you what's in it. You could kind of see. And I thought, you know what? I've been wanting to go live to share some things that, an experience that happened this weekend, but I haven't yet. And I thought, well, why not now? So Todd is now in the room, and Jill said hello to you. I told her you had stepped away. He is waving, and I'm sure he will say something in the chat. And I hope you had a good weekend on whatever you did, and that your day is going well. But I'll tell you real quickly what's in my salad, and then I'll tell you about the weekend. And so I have everything from just like mixed greens, just like not a spring mix, but our local. I wonder what's in it. I do have the bag. Let me grab it. I think I've shared this before. I just finished it, and I do save the plastic bags because I like to reuse them. But this is from a local organic farm near here, and it's got romaine, leaf and oak greens such as mustard greens, collard greens, kale, kohlrabi, broccoli, minzuna, chard, titosi, and which I'm probably hosing these, and pepper crest. Okay, so I had that. Then I had some arugula. I put that in there. I had some spinach. I put that in there. I chopped everything up. I added carrots. These are the cutest little carrots from our organic farm. I've got both purple cabbage and green cabbage. I have a little bit of leftover dandelion greens that I chopped up, and a handful of, I think that was cilantro. There's red bell pepper. There is some daikon radish and some of this purple radish. I should slice these so you could see. They're just, these are little quarters, but anyways, I've got broccoli in here, cucumber. I do not have tomato just because I'm out of tomato. I've got some ginger, and I've got some turmeric and ground pepper in here. And what else do I have in here? Let's take a peek. Oh, red bell pepper. I think I already said, and cucumber. And so I just took like a little bit of everything that I had, and I'm still going strong. These are edible flowers I bought over a week ago from our farmer's market, and I haven't eaten them all. So I put them in there, and then there was one that was like half eaten. So I took some of the petals and put that in there. And then behind the scenes here, I have cut up apple. I have some black beans. I have a little bit of avocado. And then I have a black garlic as well as regular garlic. And I didn't put it in here because I really want to make sure that I eat it. So I'm going to fill, which I can fill this up as many times as I want, even if it is the whole bowl. But I'm going to start out putting it in here and creating a salad. So, but what I wanted to get on here and share with you, besides my breakfast salad, and then I will use lemon, and I made this dressing over the weekend. It's the end of it. And it has, let's see, what's in this? Mango, with some pineapple and ginger. So it's a really sweet, kind of fun dressing. And so hopefully I'll do a video on that at some point. But for now, I just wanted to kind of share this This is my breakfast, everyone. What are you having for breakfast? Hopefully, something that's going to be delicious and colorful and flavorful as well. But moving on, what happened this weekend? Wow. I had an amazing time this weekend, right? Todd and I got together with some friends and we drove about 2 hours. What is that? North up from where we are in the Phoenix area. We're actually in Mesa, but and we drove to a little town, a little mining town that's not a mining town anymore. It's called Jerome. And it is just the cutest little thing. I think we looked up, population was 460. Yes, 460 people that actually live there. And all the buildings and everything, they've been built inside this mountain. And so you got to kind of go up there, and the stairs are sketchy, like all the outside stairs, because they're different levels and they're, but it's the cutest little town, and they've got restaurants and little mom and pop shops, and people make all kinds of things. And so we went up there just to get away, right? Kind of like not too far, but not too close, and just walk around the little shops and enjoy the fresh air. And the people that we were with are not whole food plant-based, and you know what? That's okay, because that's where they're at. And they wanted to go to a certain restaurant, and hey, you know how I am. Okay, I'll go to a restaurant. And so ahead of time, I had checked out the restaurant. I looked at the menu. They had one item I could order. I always like to see, even though I bring my own food. And so we went there, but it wasn't, the item that I could have ordered was some kind of a cauliflower steak, right? So they take a big cauliflower and they cut it, the whole thing, into like a thick steak, right? And then they create it into like a burger of some sort, a cauliflower burger. And they put, I think, gosh, I could pull up do you want to pull up what it is, or no? Okay. But they have like pickled onions, and they had tomato and lettuce, and so I thought that would be something that I could in an emergency. Hi, Natasha. I love Jerome. So cute. Oh, yes. So you know Jerome. It is so cute. Oh, my gosh. It's very artsy. And so anyways, I thought, okay, I could take that, or I could order that if I have to. I always like to see, is there an option, right? And so we knew we were going to be there for many hours. We left the house at like 9:30. It's a 2-hour drive for us. And then we were there until the stores are usually close around 6. But this particular night, they had like an art walk they do every once in a while. And it starts at 5 and it goes till 8 or 8:30. And so we wanted to do that as well, which we did. But anyways, we get there, and I had all my food. I'm trying to think all the things that I brought. I can tell you, I had made the night before a lentil crust pizza. Lentil crust for a pizza out of lentil beans and quinoa. And I think, do we have a video on that? Is it published yet? Yep. Okay. And so you could check that out. And so I did veggies, and I had I brought the pizza. And then I had a big salad, and I had this dressing I brought. I brought carrot sticks. What kind of fruit? Oh, I had this gigantic organic envy apple. Usually organic apples, they're not huge, but this one really was. I had a little container of walnuts that I ate. And anyways, you get the picture, right? I had, and I had a smoothie, a green smoothie, and I also had water. And Jill says, I've been to Jerome too. Isn't it the cutest, you guys? Natasha says she's been there, and it's just such a cute, cute little town. And if you don't know what we're talking about, well, you could look it up. Jerome, Arizona, and it's really sweet. And they have little music and anyways, okay, so those are all the things that I had. I ate and finished the smoothie. We get up there, we park, and we go into this restaurant. And this restaurant is called Clinksdale. I have their card right here. And I am telling you that because I want to tell you what didn't go well. So they wanted to go to this restaurant. It's a hotel bar grill. And if you've watched me before, what I usually do is I go in, I have called ahead of time. I know what I can and cannot have. We sit down. There was a table for four. We had four. And I had my bag that you guys may be familiar with that I carry. It looks like it's a little cooler, but it looks like a purse. And then I had a little grocery bag, this little cute little mini one with my hot pizza in it, right? Which wasn't hot anymore. But the other stuff had ice and I wanted to keep it cold. And so the waiter came. He was very nice. We ordered drinks. Hey, I got crazy. I had water with ice, which I usually don't have, and fresh lemon. And everybody did what they were going to do. And then it came time to order for me. And I said, can you tell me how you make your cauliflower steaks? Like, how do you cook it? How do you make this? And he said, oh, it's great. We cut the cauliflower into a steaks. We brush it with olive oil and salt and pepper and grill it. We put it on a hamburger bun. We put it with some of the trimmings I told you, the tomato slices, lettuce, and some pickled onion. And I said, do you have a substitute for the bun? Gluten-free. Yes, we have a gluten-free bread. And then I'm thinking gluten-free is great, but it's going to have all the junk in it. I didn't think at the time that I could have said, do you have lettuce wraps? Now, why did I even want to do this? I kind of felt, for some reason this time, I felt like maybe I should try to order something. I don't know why I felt that way, because I had wonderful food with me and frankly, better than what I could have ordered there. But at any rate, I decided, you know what? I don't want to start dealing with the oil issue and the salt and I don't know. And then he said to me, are you celiacs or can you cross-contaminate? And I said, I'm not celiacs. And then I thought, you know what? What else could I order on here? And they had guacamole with tortilla chips. And I read the ingredients and it was fine. There was no oil. There was nothing in it that I couldn't have. Avocado, peppers, and whatever they put in there. I can't remember now. And so I said, can I just order the guacamole without the chips? He said, sure. You want me to bring you a piece of bread? No, I don't want anything. Just bring me the guacamole. So now I felt like I ordered something, which is so weird because I never feel like I need to do that. And by the way, it was almost $13. I could not believe it. But I'm like, okay, trying to, order something. So I did. Everyone orders their stuff. And I also said, can I have an extra plate? I always say, can I have an extra plate, right? Because I don't want to be bringing out my Tupperware or my glassware. I want it to blend in. I don't want to make a scene for myself. So they bring out all the food. They brought out, I know I have my black beans in this half-cup container, but literally this is the same. I mean, this one's mine, but they had a half cup like this. I think it was a half cup, but measurements weren't on the top. That's what they served my guacamole in. That was it. Okay, I don't think it was a cup, but even if it was a cup, that was $13, almost $12.95 or whatever. So they gave me that on the plate, the plain plate. Everybody gets their stuff. He leaves. I take out my pizza. I take out my salad. Oh, I had berries with me too. I don't know if you could see this. I want to show you a picture of what my plate looked like. Let me see. Can you see this? It's really hard. Can you see that? So oh yes, and I had a cabbage wrap, collard green wrap I have with veggies in it. This side is the pizza. There's beans, berries, and salad. And so you get the idea, right? And there I am trying to enjoy it. There's the guacamole. That's it. So hopefully you can see that. And I'll try to, it's a little, I don't know what size that is. But anyhow, so and you can even see my bag is next to me on the so hard to be backwards, but you see, this is my little bag. And, oh, good. You can see. Natasha says, yes, we can see it. Good. Because sometimes I wonder about the glare. Anyhow, so we're all enjoying our food. And even one of the friends that were with me goes, wow, Jennifer, like you really have a really nice plate. I'm like, yeah, because, and we're enjoying and we're eating. And you know how the waiter comes up after a little while and he checks the table? He came up and he said, how's everything doing? And then he looked at my plate and he goes, oh, I see that you've gotten stuff. And he left. And I kind of said to everyone at the table, he knows that this is not me sharing from you guys, but I don't think he knows where it came from. And, ha ha ha, whatever. We're eating, we're enjoying. All of a sudden, this lady, her name is Sarah Littenberg, because I asked her later. She came up to me, came up to our table. She's some kind of director. Do you remember her title? Director of operations. And she said, hi, is everything going okay? We said, yeah. And she said, you can't have that food in our restaurant. And I'm like, okay. Well, she said, you can't eat that. Like, you got to get it out of here. And I said, well, I ordered your guacamole, and you don't have anything on the menu that I can eat. So I will gladly pay for the rental of your plate, and you can charge me whatever you think is appropriate. And that I also had called. I said that I had called before I came, and I researched, and I even talked to the waiter about how you made things, but I can't have the certain foods. And so I'm just, I understand. So next time, maybe I wouldn't do that, but I wanted to bring a table of 4 for, 3 other people. And I did order, and so I was explaining all of this, and she said that if we had a, who is it that comes in and like checks the kitchen? Oh, what is the health inspector? She said, if we had a health inspector come here right now, we would get in a lot of trouble. Well, one of the friends that I was sitting with at our table has gone to cooking school as a chef. And she afterwards said, the health inspector doesn't come to the table to see what people are eating. They go to the kitchen to make sure that that is being run effectively and clean and, whatever their rules are, their codes. I have no idea. Right? Jill is like, oh my gosh, I know. I have never experienced this. So I said, okay, I understand. I appreciate that. I will wrap it up, and I will let everybody else finish eating. And she said, would you like me to get you a to-go container? And I thought, oh my gosh, really? Like, she wants, leave the restaurant. She's telling me, get out. And I don't know. First of all, I felt really sad for the people that I was with. Here we drove 2 hours. They really wanted to go to this restaurant. And I felt like, I just felt really sad about, oh man, and embarrassed, and like, sorry guys, so I said, I will pack my stuff up, and I'll go outside, and you finish, and we'll meet up after. And they all said no. And I'll let Todd talk about what he did. But they said, no, absolutely, we are not staying here. And she came back, and they were quite upset. And so everybody asked for to-go containers, and we took our food to go. And my girlfriend said, there's a park just a block away, and we can go sit outside and enjoy there. And I kept saying, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to, I've never had this experience before. I've always been welcomed in restaurants. I tip. I don't do anything that would be upsetting or disrespectful. And before we left the restaurant, that lady, Sarah Littenberg from Clinkscale, said, she said to me, if you had called first. I'm like, I did call first. She said, if you had called first and, let us know. I'm thinking, well, then what? It's the same thing. I mean, I don't know where she was going with that, but then the waiter came over after she left. She was in and out. I think maybe she didn't handle it correctly. She was not the general manager. I guess the general manager wasn't there. This is the general manager's card, and she just wrote her name on it because I asked her to. Because I thought I got to share with you guys, because I haven't had this experience before. And so my friends said, in the future, like they would get it to go, if you want to eat there. And that's another thing, right? If that something like that happens to you, where it doesn't matter what you do or how you would want to, share to make sure that the waiter is taken care of in a financial way, it doesn't matter. If somebody, is telling you to get out with your food, it's contaminating. I don't know what's contaminating their plate. Then think about if you really want to do that, maybe doing what we did, and we went and had a little picnic. So I would, if you're interested, Todd, I would like to welcome you to share your experience or what your thoughts were about this. It was really sad. And I kept apologizing while he's getting ready. I'll just finish telling you. I kept apologizing to the people that I was with. I'm so sorry because I felt so sorry, right? Oh, look at your collar.
Thank you for dressing me up for this.
Before you get started, I just want to say hi to Karen. Good morning from San Antonio, Texas. Oh, first time I've caught you live. Woo! Well, thank you for being here. Yeah, this wasn't planned. We just went on live because I wanted to share about my breakfast salad and about my experience. That wasn't so great, but we did okay of going out of town and having bringing my food in a restaurant and then being asked to leave. So you can watch the replay if you want to hear the whole thing. Hey, apple a day. I would have been a whole lot gracious, a whole let gracious than you were. Oh, yeah.
Well, so that's where I came in. Jennifer's a much kinder, gentler person.
Well, thank you. But what share from your perspective when that lady came up to us and started to talk, how did it go from there, and just share from your perspective.
So we've been in restaurants where people have questioned your food. We were in a vegan restaurant when someone questioned the food that you brought in, and their concern was that you had brought meat into a vegan restaurant. Right,
because they were a no meat restaurant, and they wanted to make sure that that I wasn't doing that. Why? Because
it's a vegan restaurant. They didn't want meat in there.
Right, and they said my food was cleaner.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, the food that you brought to this most recent restaurant was far cleaner and better than the food that they had in their kitchen, for sure. So
yeah, and for those of you that
if the health inspector had showed up, her plate would not have been his concern.
So I did show this earlier, but for those of you that just got on, I know it's not the greatest picture, but that's what I brought in, and it was lentil crust pizza. I know I'm repeating myself, but just a quick, some berries. There was a salad, and then I had this collard green, and I had ordered guacamole from them. So I did actually place an order. Go ahead.
No, I mean, so the start of the conversation is not unusual, and usually when you explain that you have allergies or you have sensitivities or that there are certain foods that you cannot eat.
I just say today, this time I said, there is nothing I can order on your menu outside of what I ordered on your menu.
And most restaurants and most managers and waiters are very understanding of that, and they certainly don't want to subject you or cause you any discomfort or pain or illness or whatever. So they're usually fine with it.
Plus, everyone at the table was ordering.
Yeah,
I mean, one person was ordering alcohol, and I mean, this was going to be a big table for them in terms of selling, right?
Yep. No, and she was just unrelenting in her position. At which point, when she had walked off and Jennifer started packing up her food, I got up from the table, and Apple, this is where it gets less gracious, and found her elsewhere in the manager elsewhere.
I didn't even see him get up because I was just trying to.
And I said, I would like a to-go box because if my wife can't eat here, I will not eat here either. And we will never eat here again. And so that was it. And then we packed up our food. We left. We'll never go back. And we had a lovely picnic outside in the sun, listening to music from a different, store. And
Yeah,
it was
there was
it was
live
wonderful.
music.
It was
and-
wonderful. It was fine.
Yeah, it was.
Turned out great.
So,
But you do find people who just dig in on the wrong things.
yeah. So,
Hi, Mona.
I just want to read some of the comments.
And by-
Apple say, and go ahead.
I do want to say, so Natasha Grace said that she's not gotten to the point where she brings food with her to restaurants. And this is not a good example of why
No.
you should or shouldn't do it. But
I think that if you are thinking about doing it, 9 times out of 10, it's fine.
Yeah.
And this is the first time in all these years.
we've been to dozens.
And we've been all over not only the US, but we've been internationally, different countries, and have never had a problem.
Never.
So the point, I wanted to share this because I want people to understand that it's okay to pivot. And here's a thing that you could do: pack it up. And if the weather permits, if it's nice, you can do something different, right? If the weather wasn't good, hey, I might eat it in our car. Although we didn't bring our car. It was their car. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a picnic maybe outside's not where something can work.
So Mona said, I missed what happened. So long story short.
Oh, okay.
Jennifer got us kicked out of a restaurant. For bringing vegetables and fruits in.
Oh, dear.
And then wanting to eat it. I mean, the nerve.
Mona, you'll have to watch the replay, and I hope you have time to. And I just wanted to come on here and share. And so anyways, I do want to read some of the chat that's moving. So let me just do this and just see. Jill, let's see. Okay. Jill said she agrees with Apple. Apple says, wow, I made a big typo there. Less gracious. So her comment was, I would have been a whole lot less gracious than you were, Jennifer. Well, we all just do what we can. And wait, I'm not patient with rude people. Yeah, well, I kind of was feeling like, I don't think she was doing this to me, like personally. I think that she probably hasn't had enough life experiences. She was younger than me, right? She may be in her, what would you say, mid-30s?
I
don't
do
know.
not know.
Does it not matter?
It does not.
Okay. Anyways, I was hoping that the experience might help her to be more compassionate and understanding, as society and people can't do everything. I mean, it's everywhere, right? You're gluten-free, you're allergic to peanuts, you're, whatever. It's not a new thing. So, it made me feel sad. And like I said earlier, for the people at my table, because I just was going to pack up my stuff, which I did, and head out and eat outside. But the whole table ended up packing up their stuff. And I will say, we still tipped the waiter.
And it wasn't his fault or his decision.
Well, it actually, he was
a catalyst to the whole event.
Yeah, he brought the awareness or the attention to her. And, I don't want to cause anybody any trouble with their job or their protocol. But we did do that. And I just want to see, let me read this one. Oh, will my mouse work? Let's see. How do I? No. Oh, how do I read then? Oh, do they okay, Betty. Hi, Betty. That's what I wanted to see. Betty, do they sterilize their food so that your food wouldn't contaminate it? I don't think so. which is why I didn't get there. Cauliflower steak dripped in oil, salt, and pepper. I worked in a restaurant my whole life and have never run across anything like that. Although, sadly enough, I've heard of it. Well, thank you for sharing that. And that's why I want to bring awareness to this. Maybe somebody that's in a restaurant will see this at some point, that is running a restaurant or part of, the protocol positions, whatever, and they can realize that it's okay. It's okay to be flexible. Well, I think it is. And then hello officially to Mona. And let's see, anything else? Okay, I don't. Oh, okay. So, and then, oh, yes, there is. There is. Okay. Uh, Mona, she's a wild one, that Jennifer. Yeah, I get kind of crazy. Sunny, hi, Sunny, says a balanced diet is key, and whatever makes you feel the best body wise is for you. Best to talk to your, yeah, well, yeah. Okay, thank you for your comment. And then Grace Natasha says, very classy, tipping the waiter. Yeah. So I tried to just make it so that it wasn't a big deal, and nobody else around us knew what was going on. So anyways, if you have any other thoughts or comments or any questions for me regarding this experience, I am certainly happy to talk about it. But um, it was just an odd experience, but the rest of the day went great, and we didn't have any other problems. And I wouldn't say this experience should detour you from trying it, really, because I think it should just give you more information, more things in your pocket, right? Things to try, and ways to be prepared for things like this. Did they have outside dining? No. I don't think they did. It was this little town of Jerome. It was just, everything is so small, and it's been around for forever. It used to be a mining town, and so there was no patio, so there wasn't anywhere to go outside. But I don't even know if they would allow that. She just wanted me, like, to give her plate back. She wanted everything out of here. Just get, like, she didn't say there's the door. I felt like she was saying there's the door. So anyways, I just thought I would jump on and share with you. And I did share the restaurant and the name of the lady, not to belittle anyone, but because that's where it happened. And I just wanted to be very transparent. It was a restaurant that kicked me out called the Clink Scale. And Sarah Littenberg was the actual person that works there that actually kicked me out. And I think it was Mike or Michael was our waiter. Well, that's totally not Michael. You know what? Now that you say that, I remember. All right. I've never been good with names, so that's okay. I got to practice them a few times. He was very nice, but I guess they have their protocol. So let's see. Apple a day. That happened to me once, and I demanded a refund to what I had purchased and gave the refund to the waitress. Oh, really? There you go. I gave the manager who kicked me out something else. Okay, good. Yay, good for you. Good for you. It's like, yeah, we're all human trying to do our best. And I really don't like to feel isolated or not included because our group was doing something that I personally wouldn't have done on my own. Like, I don't believe if we went there, which we have, I would have said, hey, let's go sit in this restaurant. And, but anyways, it kind of is what it is. And I was sitting on the booth side, and there were two chairs, and we had this little table, and then there was a booth. And before I even took my food out, there was another table real close to us, and that couple, a little bit older than we are, were getting out to leave, and the lady was scooching over, and I quickly grabbed my bag with my lentil crust pizza with veggies on it. And picked it up out of the way. And she said to me, oh, it's fine. And I thought, oh, well, it's fine. Well, in other words, it didn't bother her to sit on the pizza because she didn't know what was in it. But I just thought, so many of us are really focused on, our what's happening with us. And I try to really pay attention to what's going on with others as well. And hopefully, this will be a wake up call for people in the restaurant business to realize that, as society changes, food protocols, people's allergies, people's illnesses, we really have to embrace, I would hope, and just care about the people that don't fit your status quo for whatever your restaurant is serving, and know that there's still a lot to be learned, and it's okay, because they did make a sale from me, and they did make a sale from the table, and it was all good, but we did get kicked out. So yeah. So now what I'm going to do is prep my salad before we go and see if there are any other questions. Mona said, "Oh my God, the name should have been your clue." Oh, Clink Scale. You mean the name of the restaurant? So I have this beautiful salad that I shared earlier, what's in it, and I am going to, I don't know how much of it I'm going to eat, but I'm going to go ahead and just plate it for myself with you guys. And this is my breakfast salad. And it's got all kinds of yummies. I am super hungry. I had just finished doing part of a workout. Well, not part of it, but I did a workout on the rebounder, and I also did my push-ups, and I did a walk with the dog, and I want to do some weights too. So this little flower, isn't it pretty? But I don't know, do you guys eat this part of the edible flowers, the stem and this piece inside? Because I've been taking the petals and just taking out the petals and not really eating this center part here. What do you do? But I think that's what I'm going to do, is just kind of pare back this part here. And anyhow, yeah, there we go. Do you guys eat flowers? Look, let's do it together. I mean, it tastes good. It doesn't taste like much, really. It tastes like lettuce. And then what I'm going to do is, I'll start out with that amount. And then I'm going to, let me grab my scraper really quickly. And I've got some fresh garlic. I have turmeric, I have ginger in here, I have black pepper, all the goodies. And then I have this little black garlic that I'm just going to put in there just to do it. I've got just this tiny bit of avocado that I'm going to just plop in here, and just some good fats for me. And then I've got apple. I'm going to put some apple in. Speaking of apple, and then, oh, she just eats the petals. Okay, yeah, good. Me too. And then this is just some black beans. Now, why I'm not just making this and just eating this whole thing is because if I don't finish it, I want to make sure the portion that I finish does have my beans, does have my garlic, does have certain things in it. And, the apple can go in here. I don't mind if it gets oxidized, but anyways, so, and then I've got, you guys, I haven't shared this. Has anyone seen this thing? This is an amazing, what do you call this? Squeezer? Juicer for citrus. And my grandson gave it to me for my birthday, the little 3-year-old. And so I have other ones, but look at this. It just squeezes so nicely. I just love it. I don't know where to get it. She may have gotten it from a friend in Alaska, but I'm going to look and see if we can find this one out here. And if so, we'll put a link afterwards. But it's great. Look, I mean, there's like nothing left. Can you see that? And then sometimes it does collect the seeds in there. Anyways, I haven't shared that. I thought it was great. And then I do have some of this dressing that I shared earlier in our conversation that has mango and ginger and pineapple. And I am just going to do this with it. So we've got the lemon and we've got the citrus. And I am going to have this for my first bowl of breakfast. And if I want another one, then I will make another one. And I've got it all ready here. And so anyways, everyone, thank you for tuning in. It was just so fun to just come on quickly at the last minute and share something delicious and beautiful that you can think about having for breakfast, as well as what to do when things don't go your way in somebody else's town. Well, we did it. We did it. We survived, and we still had a fantastic time. And I hope that you have a fantastic time, whatever you're doing today. And don't forget to eat your greens and give plants a chance. Come on, even in those situations, you can do this. You can succeed. And I just want to thank you, everyone. So, and let's check the chat before we hang out. Oh, nasturtium. Oh, I just did a video on that. Did you guys see it? It's a great video, the nasturtium leaves, and I made these wraps, and they are so delicious. My friend grew those. I did not grow those, but I would love for you guys to watch it and get inspired to make stuff. But it sounds like you guys already are doing stuff like that. Yes, I see Apple saying I just eat the petals on the flowers, and oh my gosh, they're so yummy. So yes, thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and have a bite here, and we will sign off. And hopefully you'll catch me on my regularly scheduled live tomorrow, Tuesday at 2 o'clock Arizona time, PST. Take care, everyone. Be well, and don't forget again, give plants a chance. Bye for now.